Hello, my friends. Again, borrowing from Clover, but for a gas-focused talk, I have to be borrowing not just from Clover, but from Philip and from Bill. So there'll be some music, there'll be a Philip puzzle, and there'll at least be the joy that people like Clover bring to this world and certainly brought to me when I was at SudokuCon. Encouraged to come there for the first time, and again, it's a life-changing experience. Maybe not for everyone, maybe not all the time. I don't know if I have a second life-changing experience the next time, but the connections I made and the opportunities to see all of the pieces that could be my next year in Sudoku to be real and committing myself to doing them. And I'm not saying I'm not doing science. Sudoku is the paint through which I'm now doing art. It's the data through which I'm now doing science about intelligence and learning. And gas is a different reason they make puzzles, but there are different reasons I want to be solving gas every day and just being motivated to work with the next generation of awesome, and some of them are my age, but conceptually, like from where I've written puzzles for 20 years, people who've written puzzles, maybe also they've written puzzles for that long, but where they've tried to write a daily puzzle or a once every 3 day puzzle, they have written 1,400 plus puzzles in this world, and they're still not the most important people in this world, even though for variant Sudoku, I think they solved for a gap we had, which is I need to have a daily classic puzzle that's approachable for most people once we have a lot of visitors to the site, which is going to come this year for reasons you can't possibly know yet. Having a daily Sudoku variant that gets people to explore a little bit is the path into maybe the rest of what we have in our database. Who knows what people like and find, but I found a team that I knew could be a partner and cover things I needed, and I put all my cards on the table pretty quickly, saying it's like, if you do make no changes, if you just allow me a license, I never take a copyright. If I can have a license to be your RSS feed, I will pay you for every single grid. I'm going to put about $10,000 in this project for the first year. We have no idea what the commercialization will look like. Let's renegotiate our agreement at any time we think there's a commercial benefit for you to renegotiate the agreement. And like, it was simple. Like, it actually took them far longer to sign a contract they knew they were going to sign. But like, that's just like, we still have TBA T-Rexes some days. Like, it's tricky. I have to act. I do sometimes go to the CTC Discord exactly to one channel which only has their posts and lets me see what Bill has put in as the dinosaur for the day. So like today, I'm at the time at which I'm filming this video, which is not necessarily within the 24-hour period of which this posts. At least I'm trying to wear the same clothes in all the videos, so no one will know when I made any of these things, except I'm sometimes putting Discord comments on our stuff. I'm dating some of them backwards, but not with the precision anyone needs to have, because I need to be. Uh, I'm not yet signaling stuff with how I make these videos, but I am signaling my love for gas. And this was a special weekend. We had 50 puzzles. We got through a lot of our goals. We had small challenges. We worked through them. That my biggest my biggest challenge is I still have TBA T-Rex for now, and I don't actually know the story Bill's going to tell for the post. I want Bill's stories on our Discord. I want Clover's. I want Phillips. Like, we don't have all of the character of that team yet. We got 200 people to sign up on our Discord within a day of the first time it was pointed at, kind of like put warnings out to our moderators about this, but we still only had about 3 or 4 people ever write a comment on the Discord yet. Like, I don't know that they know how to like interact with us. We're not just about 1 hat and 2 hat deliveries. That's actually not a goal of mine, but I still really, really want anyone who joined our Discord who doesn't know how to say anything in their Discord, write a favorite gas moment somewhere on the channel that says favorite gas moments. I will then see it. I may solve a puzzle from these authors I've never ever seen. The reason I will solve a puzzle is because someone that's not them recommends a puzzle that was part of a life-changing experience, or at least a Sudoku awareness gas is awesome experience. Because those may be the ones I want to share when someone like they tell me I like Ren bands. I don't know how to get going in these hard ones that are like on the Sudoku GP is like this puzzle whose name is Walk of the Dinosaur, and that doesn't exist. Like, I don't think they've done a. We'll have different music through different things. Like, there's a lot that we can do together if we play together. And so who knows what's next? The first 50 days for sure, we're just get it going. The next 50 days, a lot of stuff could happen. I'm telling the story of day 51. It's the first day I couldn't hit the gas, and it's because I didn't hit the gas. I did not finish this puzzle. I did something else. Why did I do something else? Did anyone download the replay? It's still not easy to do that. I've been playing the puzzles as much to learn about Sudoku pad and notation. Some of the videos earlier this week are things I learned just by playing gas. I've never forced myself to be creative in notation. I've never forced myself to recognize when I'm typing on a computer, I'm missing by +/1 all the time in these grids. And so I've been making error corrections in each puzzle, but I also know what my errors look like because I'm having to type and not use my. I have never written a 5 when I mean a 4, except when I'm tired and I'm thinking of rhyming words that start with 4 letters and have F's in my head. I have written an E for a 5. Like, I'm more common to do like a 1 equal A equals 1, B equals 2 substitution when my brain is less inhibited and I'm slightly hypomanic. And so there's even a goal of like seeing my solves a month and 2 months and 3 months later of tracking my mental health and when my inhibitory neurons are more on or more off, or my creativity is on or off. This was not excited this day to be the more creative mode of this day, but I absolutely want to do something because, well, beautiful puzzles, hard puzzles, a way hard puzzles become easier is to make sure they have the same break-in on both sides of the grid. A way to take that to an extreme is to have them so symmetric that the puzzle is a half puzzle. And I said the next time I'd taken like the anti-night this month of July and I'd rewritten it. I'm not going to ever post it. Maybe I do. Maybe I share it at least to Philip. Are you okay if I post this and say this was something I wrote 10 minutes after we first played this puzzle to see how fast would it take me to play a puzzle, make a draft post, and just be ready to kind of rapid response? If I were ever not your publisher, how could I kind of try to like outdo the gas by just saying, let's stop these symmetric puzzle things? How could I apply ostracism to a thing that I still love sometimes how you do it? It's just our audience cares about this. So I want to tell to the GM Puzzles audience, not the audience that love gas. I want to tell the GM Puzzles audience, if you think these puzzles are inelegant because you do them too fast because they're half puzzles, here's a way to solve a half puzzle I've never tried before. I've made it as like a game. Sometimes Sudoku could be a game and not a puzzle and be more fun. What I did, and this is not the, let me get to the other tab. What I did is what we're going to show here. And you say, why is that grid looking colored? The first 5 seconds of my playthrough of this puzzle, and unfortunately this goes very fast. So this is faster than real time. So I'm going to go back and not sort of play it that way necessarily. I see 5 in the center. That's the first warning sign of a Philip Newman issue. There's then 4 with 4s and 6s with 6s right around the center. Every 4 rotates to a 6. Every 7 rotates to a 3. Every 8 rotates to a 2. Every 9 rotates to a 1. This variation is just about placing digits within strings. There's no summation clues or weird diagonals or other stuff. There's nothing that's going to be slightly asymmetry breaking. Other beautiful things this month from Philip have had the look of the digits in the grid doing that, but the variation breaking the symmetry. And those are my favorite gas puzzles by Philip by far. Like the Little Killer had that. It had a 1 to 9 only through the grid, so you can't learn that it doesn't have this property, but it's eligible for the property, and then the puzzle breaks it. So what I did is say, this is a puzzle like that. I'm going to shade part of the grid. I'm going to find a color. I eventually decide on green. I shade the bottom of the grid. I eventually find a color. It's red. I am playing red light, green light. And I didn't know I was going to break this news today, but I've recently written puzzles that are going to be in a book of puzzles based off the series Squid Game. And I didn't write the red light, green light puzzles. I wrote other things that included Sudoku and included other logic games. Sirkan Yerkli here did as well. Like this book is announced. I'm not sure if it's been released. I haven't been tracking it as closely. I have too many projects. But fun puzzles can be themed around games. And if I were to just say this is a red light, green light puzzle, I'm allowing myself to write numbers and notation in green. Once I finish green, I'm done. At this, in this stage of this game, I allowed myself to look at red. I just can't write in red. And so what does that look like? Well, what it looks like is probably the first 5 or 10 seconds is still solving this puzzle like the gas team solves. Like one thing you could do is maybe look in this line, see like, well, it's not a 1, it's not a 3, not a 4, there's 7, 9 here somewhere, so notate 7, 9 here for sure, notate 7, 9, see a 7, put 9, 7. I think I do something different in the solve. Okay, so I see 1 doesn't go in the cell, doesn't come across. I make a 1 Snyder note, 6 doesn't go here, there's a 6 note. If I could go slowly, let's do this maybe. Yeah, it's a little fast. I wish I could, maybe there's in some of the menus, there's a way to do this better. I don't know how to do it better. If I see Sven again soon, I will see Sven again soon. We'll figure it out. This has stuff that's made me learn from it, but this is not a place I'm anchoring right now of how this functions. You get all of box 1 without doing any like red light, green light yet. That's okay. A lot of gas puzzles completely give you a row, a column, or a box. Certainly one of them, if you look carefully at them. I'm not saying all of them do, but if you think of the design, I'm very sure besides 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why was this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 not just a clockwise or counterclockwise set? Well, I might do it this way, not just because you can't put like 2, 3 here, 4, 5. Like there's a break because of that. But like these could change and not cause an issue, except if you do that change, you may not have some of the nice things happen here. If you do that change, 1 can go in the cell. But a 2 there makes it impossible. So like maybe some version of this puzzle had most of this true, 6, 7, 8, maybe like whatever it was. Like I would say maybe there was a consideration before these flipped, but it's the conscious way they're set up. And so that's the first domino falling. Let's see how far to the right we can go. Well, this 5 are going to give me a 5 there. This 2 doesn't sit there. I get a 2. I now have 6, 7, 8 left in the group. The 6, 8 have to sit across and a 7 go there. I think you get all of the center box. There it is. And as I recall, the upper right is digitless for a while. It has one cool thing, which I forced myself in this space to see. This is 1, 3, 4. The 3, 4 can't be together here, so a 1 has to be in that set and can't be here. It's otherwise not yet eliminated from this group. And actually the 2 and 7 differently would tell you that the 1 is eliminated from this group. So if 2 is not here and it's not with a 1, it's 3, 5, 7, 9 up here. And you can't have a 7 in that space. So actually, I think you can place a 1 right here from a very hard deduction that eventually I'll see. Let's just play out the puzzle. I'm slowly looking around the grid, slowly looking around the grid, slow to get these things. The second half of this puzzle is 2 times the length of the first half of the puzzle. And there are some tricks that I eventually was learning. Like, if I need to really know that this is the 7, 9 issue, well, this 1 rotates to be here to be a 9, which means that's a 7, 9. But I've never notated this 1 as a 9. So I need to look from this cell, I need to look at this cell to know that this cell isn't a 9. If you actually sort of do the inverse mirroring, there's something really cool to think about here. And I'm going to give myself just this half of the paper the next time I do this. I'm going to consciously rip this apart. And maybe it's not even the right thing to do. Maybe I should think about this as a competitive or cooperative gameplay, and you have a player in red and a player in green. But there's like something in Sudoku, it doesn't have to be an anti-rand ban, but like Philip's symmetry is making me think harder about anything else, because creativity is also what a solve makes you want to do. And so everyone still really wants to watch me solve this puzzle, and maybe someday I will. I've solved a puzzle that's fundamentally this puzzle before with awesome notation. I want to test myself after more time has passed that I can do it. So I'm going to skip this part of the slides, which has always been in the slides, and actually skip. I didn't prepare more slides here. The thing I wanted to do on this talk, having just shown you how you can sometimes be creative by just playing different things, I'm turning on a song that when I stream, I know I can't necessarily play or directly. If I end up choosing to sing a little bit as I get into this, I'll be able to do this. But I didn't make any more here. What I do have is a slide I want to update. So I'm going to start by playing a song, and let me not try to join at the start, but I'm going to join. Let me find a place I'm going to join. Okay, there we go. And you'll know this song by the time we get there. I have different prompts on this slide. I'm not going to make a favorite haiku here, but I'm going to remake this slide like a haiku. That seems good. If you're all alone when the pretty birds have flown, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. You're the very best, gonna be your life. The test you made me try. Sorry, I don't know the lyrics so well when I'm typing, but I have them in front of me. Oh, you can go dancing, we can go locking, I can say it's love. Listen to some music, or maybe just talking, get to know you better. And change your mind, got a verse in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. And the very best can be around. Feeling down. Sorry, I'm just trying to be creative. I tend to not show one of the ways I write puzzles. And I don't know that soundtrack works for you. It works for me. Like, this is going to be in repeat for the next 4 hours. It's make a puzzle. I'm going to cut this video for at least today, pretty soon. But I want to share a goal I have. I have never tried to write a puzzle for cracking the cryptic. I have pointed puzzles I otherwise had written for various other purposes, like a wedding gift puzzle for Philip Newman, to cracking the cryptic. I don't know what they like. I know they're kind of like a religion to me. I have a concept in mind because of threes and corners and signer notation being like a book of the gospel. I want to write a puzzle, maybe a massive puzzle hunt, all in the form of one Sudoku, that I'm not going to put my name on. I'm going to release it in such a way, you'll already know the title or at least a theme of the puzzle from the song I'm working on now. So if you ever track where to look or where to watch, please secretly find maybe an LMD a puzzle I eventually want them to solve and read the results of having finished, because it'll be the first and last maybe, but it'll certainly be a story of erasure. It'll be a story of that's me in the corner losing my religion, and it'll be a story of take a chance on 3. We're gonna do it. We're making it live. All right. I'm gonna have to set up a little bit to like have a desk cam and other stuff to make this good. But my goal is the puzzle, but maybe there's a haiku around it. Who knows? Write a puzzle, right? Teach them erasure through a song by Erasure and great and I don't need to have Sudoku there. Okay, the song's about to loop. That'll give me energy again because I normally start at the start. I don't want to. Take a chance on me. So the voice of reason is from a live journal post I made when I was doing audiobook Ken. It's a clean enough haiku form that they won't know it's me if even that was the prompt. If I said I did exactly this, like I don't know, for sure the song by Erasure is too much. So this is more the community, like whatever I'm making that eventually, and maybe it's a stream after this, maybe I've already like finished it, so I'm able to like just show you a compressed version because I have an editor of like when I like change that painting or I have other stuff. No one knows my creative process. I'm teaching you tricks that could apply to your creative process. I don't have a brain you can replicate. I don't know that. I think we want to learn about brains you can't replicate to actually help people with mental illness. That's some of the reasons I'm trying to at least tap into my creativity, but when I'm also sort of well medicated or able to be medicating and able to be watched by people, like I don't know that you want to be thinking about mental health all the time as you deal with this, but I have through my life had to deal with moderation and like I can go from the song that's creatively exciting me to a song that's going to keep me stable. I have had so many Bill Murphy songs change how I think about life recently, from Lobster Telephone to Walk the Dinosaur to other stuff. Like he's penetrating my brain. And so I at least like that I found back a song by Erasure, a real cover of an ABBA song, as the voice of reason song. And so for the rest of the day, please like, please comment, please subscribe, or in haiku form, like, comment, subscribe, solve and construct, it's the same, send us Sudoku.